Good evening. I hope I am audible and visible. Audible and visible. I'm waiting for a comment. Then I will start. Okay. Am I audible and visible? No. None in the audience. Is the net bad? Or none one believes that I will be able to come just at a 10? Anyway, let me start. Whether you listen to or not. Will remain recorded and you will listen to at your time of convenience. Okay, let me start. Today, this part I will be in English on the subject Indian civilizations outside India. India outside India. Yes, comes. India outside India. Bharat outside the Bharat. Many a time we have told that Bharatian civilization is a cultural civilization, socio-cultural civilization. It is not a military empire. It is not a political empire. It is a civilization. Our Indian cultural hemisphere is cultural. We have not conquered the whole of the Far East Asia or Southeast Asia or our periphery, the Tibetan region, Himalayan region, and on the east, on the west of the Mediterranean one time, it was not our military empire. We did not conquer this by arms. We conquered by our philosophy, our religion, our culture. With a cultural empire. And today our main subject is Indians outside India in ages. Bharatians outside India in ages. How they have taken our civilizations, our knowledge, our culture out of our boundary into different parts of the world. Let me quote on the scientific papers published in different times. Many a time there is exodus from India, of the Indian people, to different parts of the world. I am bringing you some examples. Suppose, take the example of a Ravana. Actually, Ravana, what is the origin, family origin of Ravana? Ravana, actually, in the last part of his life, he settled in Sri Lanka. Actually, he has come from some place of Noida in the Ramayana age. He was a very learned man. He went to Manas Sarovar, Kailas, and he meditated and got blessings from Lord Shiva. Then he settled in Sri Lanka, developed the island of Sri Lanka into a very rich kingdom. And there is then some conflict between Ramu and Ravana. But it is the Sri Lanka civilization is actually a migrated civilization from India and developed by Indians, Bharatians. And that is the Ramayana age. And again you see in the subsequent age, when the age of Lord Buddha, Buddhism spread after the death of Lord Buddha 2.5 thousand years back through our port in Tamraliptu or Midnapur today. Buddhism spread up to Sri Lanka by ship, naval route. And this was in the period of Emperor Ashoka. A good number of people, the eastern India, today's South Bengal and bordering Odisha, they migrated to Sri Lanka to spread Buddhism and the culture of India to Sri Lanka. That is 2.5 thousand to 2,000 years back. How Buddhism spread to Sri Lanka. And Sri Lanka today is a Buddhist country. Then another exodus, another migrated people into Sri Lanka, particularly to the Jaffna area. Jaffna area is the northern part of Sri Lanka. When the British came to India for plantation in the northern part of Sri Lanka, that is Jaffna, adjoining India, for plantation, they have to take many plantation laborers from South India. Those are Hindus, and they settled in Jaffna area. Those are the Jaffna people now. They are Hindus, and subsequently there are tussle between the majority Buddhist and who are genetically of origin from the eastern India with the Tamils of the Jaffna area, the northern Sri Lanka, and subsequently there are tussles, bloodbath, wars, all these things. Anyway, but basically the whole Sri Lanka, all parts, basically the people are the migrated people from the different parts of, in different ages. Similarly, in different parts of the world, there are migration. Are you listening? Shobha, Sanjay, are you listening? Okay. Similarly, to the East Asia, Far East Asia, to the Arab world, even to the northern part of Africa, in different times. And records are showing even in different times to the Middle America, the Mexico area, where we have seen the development of the civilizations, Mexican civilizations, Inca civilizations in the Middle America. and records are there, archival, and also some literature. The connections between our Indian civilizations with civilizations of the Arab world, of the Mediterranean area, the northern Africa, particularly Egypt, and here on this eastern side to Burma, Thailand, Malaysia, Vietnam, Cambodia, Indonesia, and many of the relics and remains of that civilizations, that structures, is still living. And it will be wrong to interpret that only at one time, one period, there is migration. And this migration is in the form of trade, also in form of spread of religion. Also, remember one thing, India is the pioneer country of the world where agriculture got a format. And if you see the islands of the Pacific region, and when the Europeans conquered all those areas in 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th century, in this period, for plantation, they have to take the laborers from India. A brilliant example is Fiji. Fiji, the plantation, now the number of and the plantation workers of northern India was taken by the ships by the British into those islands, plantation workers, for growing cane sugar. Cane sugar. And now those people by number is very significant. And in Africa, there is no country in Africa where trade is not under the control of the descendants of the Indian diaspora there. Because if you go to the records, you will see by naval route, African country for 5,000 years is connected to the western ports of Barbados. Similarly, the Southeast Asia is connected by naval route and to such the land route with the eastern part of India. And the Cholo Empire has the very mighty navy who commanded the Bay of Bengal and the Indian Ocean for a long period. And now I will come and this Exodus and another example. If you now, there are some DNA study now. DNA study now, what is DNA studies? And the gypsies of the Europe, you know the gypsies, in English literature, gypsies, the dwarfs, gypsies of Europe. They are in all parts of Europe, gypsies. And their governments of respective countries, they request, as many times, these gypsies to take citizenship of these countries and to settle. But for many centuries, they refuse to take the citizenship of any particular country. They are like migratory birds, they move from one country to the other in Europe. And now, for last many decades, they are now taking the citizenship and settling. And they are in blood mixture of these gypsies with the European people. Now. And you see the many migrated people, like in the Arab land, there are some people who are called the Arab Bedouin. Arab Bedouin. Yes, Arab Bedouins. They are migrated people, descendants of the migrated people of India, Arab Bedouins. And you see, in the winter season to Bengal, this Bengal, come some people, dwarf people, they're migratory birds. They come to the Bengal from northern India, particularly Rajasthan and western UP. They in Calcutta and in villages, districts, in different parks and fields, they make temporary shelters, settle there. And their main earning is some handworks, some these leaves and these small bamboo sticks. Some they prepare some materials from their by their hand and they sell it, handworks. And also they prepare some usable things for the domestic use from the leaves of the trees. And the small girls and boys, they show some gymnastics, some ropeway on the some rope activities, Bhanumotir khel, like all these gymnastics. And they also with them some monkeys or small wolves. They are the Jajabor. This Jajabor of India and the Bedouins of the Arab land and the gypsies of the Europe. The DNA study has been done. The DNA is same. That means they have come from, though now geographically they are in 3 different parts of the globe. They are genetically of the same origin. Sometime from the western part of India, they migrated for some reason, either in search of food or some compulsion, some conflicts, some military conflicts, anything, we do not know. They migrated. Similarly, there are efflux, this migration, in the other times also. But possibly you have come across some articles during the crisis of Libya, Gaddafi. Do you know? Gaddafi, his genetic study, the Gaddafi family, they are the migrated people from India. You know, literature, if you go in search of the family of Muhammad, he is from a Kores family, a Brahmin family, from central West India, somewhere in Karnataka. They migrated. And one of the family members, Muhammad, he left Sanatan Dharma and preached his new religion, that is Islam. In this way, if you go into the depth, and these migrations at different times, and you know, at the end part of the Mahabharata, Kurukshetra war, after the end of the Kurukshetra war, in Mahabharata, there was a conflict, there was huge conflict among the different groups of the Jadavas, which was once led by Lord Krishna. Jadavas, there was conflict. And for conflict, many of the Jadavs groups has to migrate from west of India into different parts of the western part of the globe to up the Mediterranean, the West Asia, and some went to Europe. And I've told you by that time, the Mahabharata era, that is 4000 BC, like that. That time, India has already well developed, the art of agriculture, art and science of agriculture. And the Poshupalan, that is, yes, cattle. This art of agriculture and cattle with that knowledge, they migrated to West Asia and to Europe. And for the development of agriculture in West Asia and also in Europe, there is contribution of these people. And yesterday I have told you there is archaeological evidences of communications of the Indus Valley civilization with the Babylonian civilizations, Greece, Roman civilizations, Egyptian civilizations, all these things. And you are well conscious about your communications with the Eastern Indian civilizations, with the civilizations in the West Asia, East Asia, and Southeast Asia up to Indonesia. Also, you know the spread of Indian culture through Sanatana Dharma and Buddhism up to China, then to Korea, then across the sea up to Japan. And when the British and its paid scholars designed a theory, Aryan invasion theory, a false theory, to create, to influence the mind of the people that they are inferior. The whole Bharatvarsha has been educated, cultured, developed by the nomads, whom they call Aryans, from outside the boundary of India. They came 1500 BC. That's a false story I have discussed. And at the same time, a counter theory came. That was the Aryan invasion theory, and a counter theory is there, out of India theory. Out of India theory. Out of India theory is many a time in different time frame, in different ages, Indians with their knowledge of art and sciences migrated to different parts of the world, East and West, and developed those countries. Here in East, the Burma, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, all these areas developed. And west of the Mediterranean Sea, Egypt, even many scholars claim the science and art of pyramid construction is the brainchild of some scientists, engineers in those days who originated from India. And long back I have told you, pyramid is not Egypt specific. Not that the Egypt can claim of pyramids only. There are pyramids in other parts of Africa, within America. Pyramid is not Egypt specific. And the Inca civilizations, Mayan civilizations, so what the excavations are concerned, of the Middle America, it is shown there are communications between the civilizations of this Bharatvarsha. And it is a natural presumption that there were naval communications of this part of the world with the middle of America. And even today, you'll see that the islands around the West Indies, the islands facing Mexico in the Pacific region, all these islands is full of people of Indian origin. And one famous and definitely the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, the human migration at the end of the Mahabharata age. which was caused by the conflicts between the Jadav's groups. That must be around 4000 BC. Before that, there was another human migration. That migration is pictured as the theory called out of Africa theory. Out of Africa theory. That there is a, in last 15 years, there is a huge study, genetic study, multi-centric. In the world, many genetic study centers has cooperated with each other. The headquarters being London, a genetic study, multi-centric genetic study of origin of today's people, today's human beings who are dominating this world today. Remember, we are the people, we are now, our species is Homo sapiens sapiens. Homo sapiens sapiens. And before that, this Homo sapiens sapiens, before that, one time there was another human beings group. In the Europe, their skulls, and from this skull genetic study has been done. Those are called Neanderthals. Neanderthals, some area of hilly area of Germany. And also there are another group, Beijing Manu, Beijing man. Around Beijing, today's Beijing, that is capital of China, there is some skulls, small skulls has been found, genetic study. Those group are Beijing men. Aging has been done by their weight, and those Beijing people and those Neanderthals and one time some Erectus group, those are not dominating today this world. The human being, the species, Homo sapiens sapiens, are dominating the world today. It is the presumption that some of the genes of that Neanderthals, Homo sapiens erectus, or Beijing man, those are now inside the DNA of this today's our Homo sapiens sapiens. Now let us come to concentrate to this out of Africa theory, from where the Homo sapiens sapiens come up and now dominating this whole world. As per this study, that this Homo sapiens sapiens group, they evolved in Africa, southern part of Africa, sub-Saharan, that is sub-Saharan Africa, 2 to 3 lakhs years back. 2 to 3 lakhs years back. This is absolutely a genetic study, multi-centric genetic study. And for about 1 lakh years, they are happy there with their number and available food. But after that, when the number increased or some other region, there was food shortage. That created a compulsion for these Homo sapiens sapiens to migrate out of this their place of birth. Then they started migrating to northern part of Africa. Then next phase, they have to settle around the Mediterranean. Again, subsequent phase, from this peri-Mediterranean area, they move to different angles, directions of the world. Some group crossing Asia Minor, Arab world, then moving along the coastal lines. I have told you, the human civilizations is water dependent, mainly, and plantations. and some for food, some animals. And they moved along the coast and along the rivers. Human civilization mainly coastal civilizations or riverine civilizations along the big rivers. They moved along the western coast of India, then towards the southern pole, then eastern coast of India, and the eastern India. They migrated to different parts, even to the Andaman Nicobar, Southeast Asia. They moved to the Australia, New Zealand. Genetic study of the today's African Aborigines are being matched with these people. And there, from Mediterranean area, they moved to the southern part of Europe, then to East West Europe, and a group moved up to the northern part of Siberia, eh, the, the land of ice, Alaska, from Alaska to northern part of Canada, and from there they descended down to Northern America, then crossed the Middle America to Southern. In that way, they moved to different parts, and there is genetic matching. This theory is called out of Africa theory, a multicentric genetic study that is now dominant, very well, a well accepted theory. And let us have a conclusion that no theory is final. Maybe some other theory with more positive evidences may come. This theory can be final one. Maybe some other better theory on some better findings on our investigations may come up. And I told you, some of my friends asked me, where is that book? Yes, because out of India theory, out of Africa theory, these theories, these findings may not suit the white supremacists, the European supremacists, those who like to give a idea to the world that they have developed today's science and art civilizations. This out of Africa theory, this out of India theories, these findings may be irritant too. The similar fact today when the Kashmir file, a documentary film, when come up in the picture, that is irritating the Siku Maku Congos who want to conceal the facts, the sufferings of the Kashmiri Pandit families and suffering caused by Islamic fundamentalists, because the interest of these Sikumaku Congos and their funding, financing is by some Islamic fundamentalist groups. They want to hide these facts. Very few historians of this country has got the courage and moral to correctly write the sufferings of the Hindus in 1946 in direct action days by the Islamic fundamentalists, and the torture and killings of the Hindus by the Muslim fundamentalists in 47, and the refugee creation in crores in 1947, and the killings of Hindus subsequently in East Pakistan and West Pakistan. Because these scholars are paid scholars. They have no courage, no moral to speak out the truth. Similarly, this out of Africa theory, out of India theory, the contribution of Bharatvarsha in the development of civilizations in different parts of the world is not a sweet hearing in the ears of the American supremacists, the American and European white supremacists. I'll tell you, if you can collect a book, India in Kurdistan, yes, Kurdistan, Kurds, Kurds now fighting for their existence, for their livelihood. Where are the Kurds? Kurd is a burning problem of today's humanity. Kurds are a northwestern part of Iran, parts of Iraq, and northern part of Syria, and southeastern part of the Turkey. They are the people, different. And who are those Kurds? These Kurds are of Indian origin. They migrated. Maybe these people were migrated during the end part of the Mahabharata era. They migrated to this place for safety, for food, for peace, and settled there with their Sanatan Dharma. But subsequently, they have to face troubles from the peoples of that land and the new religion, Islam. Then they adopted religion, Islam on the surface, but they retained their culture. And that's why these neither Sunnis nor Shias regard them as true Muslims. They are Kurds. Because though they are Muslims on the surface, they have retained their culture of their old age. The example is the Indonesians. Indonesians, their name, they have taken Islam as their religion. But their names, their culture, their temples, their mode of life is of the age of Sanatan Dharma. And Kurds here are facing problems. They're fighting for their existence. Kurds are of Indian origin, DNA tested. And I will tell you, I have given the photograph of this front 2 pages of this volume in the Facebook. You can collect Indian Kurdistan. And the author of this volume, Paramesh Choudhury of Kolkata, actually this is not his original discoveries or original thesis papers. He has collected the thesis papers from different scholars all over the world. It is a very good compilation, and very good compilation. And there are very good chapters. I will stop here now. How much time? Oh, the 40 minutes. No, I will stop it because I will subsequent episode will be in Bengali. My reading from the book Mohakal Kathan, Prehistoric Hindu Migration to the West. Indian Shepherd built 3 pyramids. Greece. Then Egyptian civilization. India, Alexander's paradise. Why Alexander came? The birth of Alexandria. How the 5,000 scholars with their families who was taken to this land, northern part of Egypt, and a new city was built by Alexandria, the famous city of human knowledge. Once Alexandria became, before the birth of Christianity, became the biggest city of the Western world. Indian civilizations of Indians civilized the Europe. Indian trading races in Europe. Mocha is a Sibo temple. Original Mocha is a Sibo temple. Yes. Modern discoveries support ancient traditions in different parts of the world. You will be very, I hope you will be interested if you go through this volume. Archaeology also supports this thesis. Yes. These are the Egyptian pyramids and Indian temples, a comparative study. Kurds, their origin. Indian names, different parts of West India. Ramayana in in Turkey, Anatolia. Evidences of horse from the Harappan settlement. Once upon a time, our scholars were telling the horse has come from Central Asia. But here are evidences of horses in Harappan settlements. Definitely their skeletons have been found. And this Harappan settlement civilizations is about 7,000 BC. Okay? And of this old age, no such civilizations have been excavated in any parts of Europe. Goodbye. Thank you. Indrani. Ha. As I know that as per the matrilineal DNA, Indians are almost years old. Indians are, yes. Sanjoy, I have told you, the Homo sapiens who migrated from sub-Saharan Africa, their aging has almost done 2 to 3 lakh years. They migrated to this part of South Asia, this Bharatvarsha, 50 to 60,000 years back at least. And when the Darwin's gave his theory, famous theory of evolution. As per he did not give the exact assessment of the period of birth of the Homo sapiens, but the estimate is about 50,000 years. And his followers, they estimated is about 1 lakh years. But today's discovery, a multicentric DNA study of the Homo sapiens in this out of Africa theory, the age of this Homo sapiens is 2 to 3 lakh years. Indian horse skeleton found from Harappa, yes, 34 ribs. Late. And at one time, Mahakal told that I will show you the history of investigation. I will show you. And that's why I'm interested to read these volumes of human civilizations. And he's also told how Indians, Mahakal has told, you will see in Mahakal Kathans, which is published in different parts. You'll see how he has emotionally told how one time Indians migrated to different parts of the world and developed those areas. That's why I am interested to know other angles, other scholars, to know properly what Mahakal has tried to convey to us. Let me stop here. After 15 minutes, I will start reading from my Mahakal Kathan. You have read Mahakal Kathan in Oi Mahanabo Ashe, and also then Oi Mahanabo Ashe, Osses, and also you have read some parts in Netaji Theke Bhagavanji and some parts diaries in the diaries of Dr. Pavitra Mohan Rai and Sunil Gupta is published in Mahakal. And I will try to publish at the end of this year some other unpublished parts of Mahakal Katha. In volume 2, today I will try to read Mahakal Katha. Thank you. Good night.